Hello English learners. Technology is all around us and it is really changing the way we live our lives. Some say technology is making things better and others say that it is making things more complicated. Whatever you think, you cannot deny that technology is here to stay. So, we have compiled a list of 10 idioms that have been given to us by the technology world. There are some fantastic ones here and they can also be used to describe things in the human world. Before we start, here's the list. Number 1. Bells and whistles. Number 2. Blow a fuse. Number 3. Bright as a button. Number 4. Cog in the machine. Number 5. Hit the panic button. Number 6. To be in tune with somebody. Number 7. To be on the same wavelength. Number 8. To make something tick. Number 9. A oiled machine. Number 10. To pull the plug. Let's start. Number 1. Bells and whistles. When something has bells and whistles on it, it means that it has lots of cool features. Think about your smartphone, and just how many features it has. There are so many that you may not even use. And perhaps you don't need. Even so, companies still continue adding capabilities and extra features, which they say make our lives easier. For example, my smartphone cost a lot of money, £30,000. But it has all the bells and whistles as well. Alright. Sure, you got it. Number 2. To blow a fuse. To blow a fuse means that someone suddenly gets very angry. Perhaps over something unexpected. In the technology world, when something blows a fuse, it means that suddenly it stops working. It comes from electronics. For example, if a light bulb blows its fuse, it will suddenly stop working, and will perhaps make a sharp popping noise. Think about someone in your life that often blows their fuse. Do you ever blow your fuse? Well, I brought in some cakes that I had made at home. I simply asked her if she wanted a cake and she blew a fuse. I'm so confused and upset. She shouted at me saying, "Go away. I don't want a cake." Be careful not to blow your fuse. Try to stay calm and solve the problem first. Also, if a fuse blows in your house, take care when you change it. Got it? Let's move to the next one. Number 3. Bright as a button. Now, this one comes from something that is indeed technology related. But you probably take it for granted. On a daily basis. The button is a fantastic invention. It helps us to keep our clothing closed. And also to make it look good. This phrase is great. Because it is using the double meaning of bright. Bright can mean both intelligent and shiny. So in this case, you can say that someone is bright as a button to say that they are very intelligent. And also a pleasant person. It's a great compliment. If someone says you are bright as a button, then you should be very pleased. Here's an example of where this phrase might be used. Hey Ruth, I was reading your daughter's essay the other day. What a fantastic piece of work. Well, that's excellent. She is such an intelligent young lady. She's as bright as a button. A really nice phrase that you can use to compliment your friends and family. Today. Do you know anyone that is bright as a button? I hope you have understood. Take a look on next idiom. Number 4. Cog in the machine. This is a very interesting phrase to look at, but much simpler. If you think about it logically, a cog is something that turns in a machine to make it work. Without it the machine could not function properly, and would be completely useless. That being said, being a cog in the machine is a really nice thing to say to someone, and will make them feel really valued as a person. This could be a great expression to use if you are the manager of a large company and want to make an employee feel important. Let's take a look at the example. Hi Regan, step into my office. Please. I just wanted to say how well you are doing for this company. Keep up the good work. Absolutely. You are a very important cog in the machine here. This phrase doesn't have to be limited to business. It can be used for anyone that works well in a team, and that perhaps doesn't get much praise on a regular basis. Make them feel valued today. Without them, your machine might not work. Alright. Let's see. Number 5. To hit the panic button. This is a funny phrase to describe a situation where somebody has acted quickly and without thinking. When you hit the panic button, you forget all logic and act as though the world were about to end. There are lots of examples of panic in our modern world thanks to the technology from which this phrase came. Think about when you are typing a long document and something goes wrong. Suddenly, you lose everything. All of your words, all of your pictures, gone never to be seen again. Do you act calmly and try to recover the files? Or do you hit the panic button and start screaming and running around the house whilst thinking about what you will do? Only you can answer that. Have a look at the example. Oh my God. Mary, did you see what happened to Joe this morning? He got a phone call this morning saying that his son had not come to school and they didn't know where he was. Yeah, he hit the panic button. He leapt from his seat and ran out to his car to go and find his son. He got halfway down the road, and then he had another call from the school saying that he didn't need to worry. It was just a mistake. All right. Move to number 6. To be in tune with somebody. This is a beautiful phrase that you can use to describe your relationship with your best friend or significant other. Think about the technology parallel. If you are in tune with something, it is usually to do with television or radio. On television, you tune the television, or at least you used to get a better signal and to make the picture clearer. On the radio, the same is true, but instead it is to make the sound clearer. Let's bring that back to the real world now. If you are in tune with somebody, then it means you completely understand them, and you can speak to each other without words. It's a wonderful thing to share with somebody, and it can make your relationship so much better. Here's an example. Yeah, I'm so happy. We seem to be completely in tune with each other. Sure, you got it. Take a look on next idiom. Number 7. To be on the same wavelength. Do you have someone with whom you are in tune? It's a wonderful feeling. You can also say that you are on the same wavelength with somebody. This means the same thing and has the same origins, but can also be used for casual acquaintances. It is a bit less serious. That being in tune with somebody. For instance, Peter and Saba have really been on the same wavelength lately. They agree about almost everything. Well, I hope you comprehend this idiom. Let's move to number 8. to make something somebody tick. Another nice phrase that is a balance between to be in tune with somebody and to be a cog in the machine. When you make somebody tick, it means that they really like you and respond well to you. It's a great compliment to receive and something that other people will notice. You can make your best friend tick, you can make your friend tick, or you can even make your work colleagues tick. Let's see an example. A good salesperson knows what makes a customer tick. Let's take a look on number 9. A world machine. This is a great phrase to show that a unit of people or a group of things work very well together. This can be used in the workplace, or indeed to describe your family. It means that as a group you all get on well together, and things seem to run very smoothly without problems. Being part of a world machine is brilliant. You barely have to think and things just seem to work. When you look at the technology parallels, it is clear that a machine that isn't world will not work very well and will also make lots of noise. This will make life more difficult for anyone that needs to use the machine. The workplace is the most common place in which this phrase is used. A machine is generally something that is used to make money or accomplish tasks. So it makes sense. Let's move to number 10. To pull the plug. This is a phrase that can be used in a number of different situations. They are usually negative situations. Thinking literally about technology. When you pull the plug on something, it means that it no longer has a power source and will therefore switch off. If you pull the plug on a computer, it will switch off immediately. The same goes for a television or a lamp. It is commonly used for someone that has been on life support, which is equipment that keeps someone alive. If you pull the plug, it means that they will die. Families often do this if their loved one is not getting better and they can stop the pain. It's a very difficult decision. In terms of ideas, if you pull the plug on an idea, it means that you stop thinking and developing that idea immediately. This might be because there is a problem with the concept or simply that people do not want to carry on developing. However, imagine if Apple had pulled the plug on the iPod. Don't despair just yet, don't pull the plug and keep on thinking. Hopefully that has helped you to understand. Okay, so that wraps up our list of the best 10 technology idioms. We added all the bells and whistles for you and we hope you didn't blow a fuse whilst reading. Remember, you're as bright as a button and an important cog in the machine. Kindly share your experiences in the comment box below this video. Thanking you for watching us. Do subscribe to our channel. I will see you again with a new lesson. Till then, bye and